Okay, you guys. So as promised, we just did single linear inequalities, and now we're going to add in a second one to make a system. And sometimes there might actually be more than one, or more than two even. So we're going to talk about each one and how they work, okay? To kind of show you what these are, we actually have an explanation on how we're going to figure out if it's an answer or not. So we didn't talk about this in single inequalities, but this is important to be able to check your answer to see if it's right. So we're going to choose 1 point above and below the red line. Okay, so 1 point above the red line would be maybe here, which would be 2, 3. And 1 point below the red line, which would be, let's say here at 4, -1. Okay, and we're going to try to figure out which one is the solution to this inequality, right? So if we have y is greater than x minus 1, and we chose the point 2, 3, we're going to plug it in, and we're going to have 3 is greater than 2 minus 1. So 3 is greater than 1, and that is true. If that's true, that means that this would be a solution in the system. So if I try the other way, y is greater than x minus 1, and I plug in 4, -1, whoops, then I would have -1 is greater than 4 minus 1, -1 is greater than 3, which it's not. So this would not be a solution. If you think about this, we said that it's greater than, right? So greater than would be above this, which would mean that all of this would be shaded. So this point that we picked falls in that shaded region. So that's why it's an answer. And this one down here is not. Okay, so let's talk about it the other way. If I say that I want to pick a point above and below the blue line to see which one is actually a solution, we would have possibly, if I pick one above it, we could have maybe like right here. So 1, 3. And below it, maybe down here at 1, -3. Okay, so again, if we pick that, we have y is less than -2x plus 4. If I pick 1, 3, we've got 3 is less than -2 times 1 plus 4. This would be -2 plus 4, which is 2. So 3 is less than 2. So that one is a no. Okay, that would be out. Y is less than -2x plus 4. If I have -3 is less than -2 times 1 plus 4, this would be 2. So -3 is less than 2, and this one would work. And that's below the line because it says less than. So all of these underneath here that are less than that would actually work. Okay? Now, to be able to write the system to the answer of inequality, the system of inequalities would be the both of them, right? So we just said that this whole side over here for blue works, right? Because it's below. Okay, and then we just said that for red, we had all of this above, below, that worked. So they overlap right here in the middle. So where they both overlap is right here, right? So if that's where they overlap, then any point in that section would work. So I could pick like right here, which would be 1, -3. Or I could pick here, which would be 2, -1. Anything in this section down here is going to be an answer because it's shaded for both of those lines. So if it falls in the shaded section for both of them where they overlap, it's an answer. So what we're going to do this time is graph the system of inequalities and figure out where to shade that satisfies both of the inequalities that we have, okay? So we still have our parts that we talked about last time. Less than and less than or equal to are going to be below the line. Greater than or equal to are going to be above the line. And then for our less than, greater than, that's going to be a dashed line, and our less than or equal to, greater than or equal to will be a solid line. Okay, so here we go. First one starts at -2. Slope is 1 over 1. Okay, so I'm going to go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1 for several, down 1, left 1, down through here. I have a greater than symbol, so it is a dashed line. And it says greater than, so everything above here would be shaded. So think of everything on the top, which is through here. Okay, let's do the other one. I'm going to switch colors so you can see a little bit easier. So I'm going to start at +1, so that would be right here. My slope is -1 over 1, so down 1, right 1, up 1, left 1. And it has an equal to, so I'm going to have a solid line. Now, this one says less than, so it's everything that is below the line. So as you can see, where they overlap is this whole section right here where there's both purple and red. And we stop where it becomes just one section. Okay, let's try that again. So top one needs to be rewritten. So I have x plus y is greater than or equal to 2. Subtract x. And we have y is greater than or equal to -x plus 2. So I'm going to start with that one. So +2. And I'm just going to try to graph this one without shading in all those parts. This is going to be an equal to, so I'm going to draw a solid line. Okay, and it's greater than, so we're thinking everything above this line, up, 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 this way. Okay, let's flip it over and do the other one. We're starting at -2. My slope is, -1 over 1. Okay, I have solid line, or no, dashed line this time. Okay, and it's less than, so it is below this one. So in this case, this would all be shaded. And this would be shaded, which is giving you an example of parallel lines. So this would be no solution, right? Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. We have, for this one, we have 3 in our set. So we've got, to rewrite the first one, we're going to do subtract 2x, so I have 5y is less than -2x minus 10. Divide by 5 gives me y is less than -2/5 x minus 2. Okay, so let's graph that one. I've got -2. Slope is -2 over 5, so down 2 over 5. Down 2 over 5. Let's do it the other way. It is less than, so dash line. And less than would be below, so be thinking everything down here. Okay, let's do the next one. We've got -8x minus 4y is less than 8. Add 8x. -4y is less than 8x plus 8. Divide by -4. So y is, I'm sorry, flip it, because we just divided by a negative. Almost forgot that. Greater than, this would be -2x minus 2. So I'm going to start at the same intersection. Down to right one, down to, up to. This guy is also going to be dashed. Greater than would mean it would be everything up this way. Okay. So if you look, we're right now in this section right here, okay, below the blue and above the pink where they meet, and we have one last one left. So for this last one, x is greater than or equal to 3, which is a vux. So I need to go straight down because it has an equal to. Okay, greater than means it's going this way. Okay, which means everything that we have falls right in here. Okay, good job. All right, try these two on your own. I'll do those with you. So this would be like +0 out here. And then we would go slope up to right one, up to right one, down to left one. This would be dashed line. Okay, and less than would mean everything below. So everything down here. Okay, y is greater than 3. -3 would be ahoy because there's no x. So -3 here. This would be dashed as well. Oops, got off the line a little bit. Greater than would be up here. So that would be all of this. And as you can see, it intersects right here. Stopping at the purple, but stopping at the blue here. So just this corner over here. Okay. Hopefully you got that one right. Let's try the other one. Greater than or equal to x plus 2. So +2. 1 is our slope. It is a solid line. Greater than would be up here. Let's rewrite the second one. So we have -6x, so we move it. -3y is less than or equal to -6x plus 3. Y, we divide it by a negative, so greater than or equal to 2x minus 1. Okay, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. All right, and then we've got a solid line for that one. Greater than would be up here. So, okay. So it looks like they overlap just there in the corner, which would be all of this, stopping at the purple, and then stopping at blue right here. All right. Excellent. Okay, so on the back, we're going to reverse it like we were doing earlier on the last lesson. So your job is to write the inequalities that go with it. So I'm going to do red first. So our red line is y. It's shaded below the red because it's down here for the yellow part, right? They shaded in yellow for the red line. But below, so we're going to have less than. It's dashed, so we know it's not an equal to. It intersects at 1, 2, 3, so plus 3. And our slope would be from here to here, so up 2 over 1, so 2x plus 3. Okay, let's go to the other one. Erase that so we can see. I'll go to blue. So again, we've got y. It's shaded above, so this is greater than or equal to because it's solid. It intersects at 4, so plus 4. Our slope is negative, and it's going right here, so down 1, right 1, so negative x. Okay, let's go to the next one. Back to red. Red is the yellow shading, so I'm going to have y. It's shaded down, so it's less than or equal to because it's solid. It intersects at negative 3. And my slope is here to here, so 1, 2 over 1, so 2x. Let's go to blue. Blue is y. It's below, so it's less than or equal to because it's solid. It intersects at positive 5. And my slope goes here, so down 1, right 2. So negative 1/2 x plus 5. Okay, try these two on your own. Again, flip to red. Red is the yellow. It goes up from here, so it's greater than or equal to. It intersects at, let's see, this would be counting by 2, so positive 2. And the slope would go down to here, so 2, 4, 6 over 2, which would be 3. All right, erase this part. And for blue, we've got y. This is shaded below the line, so less than or equal to. We've got negative 1 there. And my slope goes to here, so just up 1 over 1. Okay, last one. Red line, so y, it's above, so greater than, no equal to because it's dashed. It intersects at 0, so no y-intercept. Here's your next one, so 1, 2 over 1, so negative 2x. Blue line, I'm going to erase this part first. Blue line is y is, it's, below, so less than or equal to. It intersects at 2, 4, 6, 8, so this is by 4, so negative 4. And my slope would be to here, so up 1 over 2. And there we go.